Tell Legal Mindset he's a very naughty boy. Legal Vices, I need you as my LawTube enforcer to go out and you tell Legal Mindset that I said, kiss the ring, motherfucker. You better stop talking bad about other LawTubers. You tell him I said that. And if he says anything, I want you to kick his ass. That's what needs to happen. That's right. We're enforcing LawTube factory right now. We're doing it. We're going to do it. The Lawfia is here. The Lawfia is here. I'm going to start telling everybody what they need to do and say on their live streams. Drex, that motherfucker, next time I see Drex, I'm going to be like, you stop talking about husbands, you fucking black. Yeah, that's right. You're a black now. We're going to police all of YouTube. We're going to police everybody. Big shout out to Joshua Moon, Joshua Connor Moon, the villain of the internet. And I like, Josh has never, I don't think officially said this, but I will do it. I am gay for Joshua Moon.
Wait, what?
Don't listen. Shh.
Eat your salad.
This man, he is the supervillain. This is like the Riddler had sex with Bane and had a baby, and out came
Christian.
And raised by Blofeld from the James Bond movies. Yeah.
Anyway, this is the arch villain of villains for Batman or whatever, is Joshua Moon. He is a guy who is perpetually fighting for the most offensive speech on the internet to his own detriment.
Over
Joshua
yours?
Moon, more than me by far.
There's a joke.
More than me by far. Joshua Moon has protected the most offensive speech over and over and over again, including mine, but much.
I was teasing. You don't have to defend yourself. I was teasing.
I don't need to defend myself because I have a simp, a gay simp. His name is Joshua Moon. He has defended me. But much more
I'll
than...
be your simp too, girl. Wait, what?
Wait, you'll be my simp?
What?
Yeah, girl. I don't know. It made sense.
Call me girl. Do I need to wear one of your dresses?
Yeah.
Would you?
I'm not opposed. No, damn it. Don't share Mandy's tit pictures. What's wrong with you?
I was going to ask about that. How does Lady Rackets feel about like all the tits that your husband sees of like people that are like always around? Whatever, all the tits. I don't know. I'm
There's
assuming.
only one person who has posted their tits in locals chats, and
this is news to me.
I scrambled to delete it immediately. Locals has a no nudity, no pornography rule, and Mandy broke that rule. It's not, I did not want her to post breasts in the chat.
Her own breast?
Yes.
How do you know it's her own breast?
Well, I don't technically know.
Good answer.
She said it was hers. Here, look, they're right there. Except with my face over the nipples.
Thank you.
Because you can't post this shit in locals.
Okay, so do you see them?
I mean,
she did.
Sort of.
They're right there.
They're pretty decent.
Yeah, well, I mean, Nick's face is over the nipples, so it's
her nipples are
weird.
small. It's not like they're covered too much.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
it's
then
like,
here's the
what
real
is
question: Is she
happening
laying
here?
down or standing up?
I have no idea.
I'm not asking you then.
I'd say laying down. The shadows don't look like hangage. You know, it doesn't look like hangage. It looks more like
the girls think she's laying down, and I think the guys think she's standing up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This is a question between the girls and the guys. Like, is she laying down or standing up?
Listen, we don't have much of a life. Leave us alone.
Hey, we can tell when
want to have an excuse to stare at them. They look
up.
You know, my question was, how the fuck do I delete this before all the simps copy and paste it?
Well, that was.
It was impossible. I tried. I did not.
That's the problem with the internet.
I did not tell her to post boobs. Sometimes moderators for my YouTube channels post their breasts in the chat. And
they're not bad to look at. They're nice to look at.
They really were pretty decent. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, look.
I only saw them with Nick's face as the tits, so
look,
I have kind of a half.
I'm not saying like I don't want to deal with them. I'm just saying they were okay. Like there are worse tits on the internet. But I'm saying I had to delete them immediately. And the only way you see incidental breasts is by being a member of the Rekieta Law locals. Because once they're gone, they're gone. RekietaLaw.locals.com. They do not allow tits on their platform. So I have to and happily delete them. Don't ever post them, you fucking degenerate weirdos. That's what the Discord is for.
He loves you too.
I don't.
But you hate the Discord.
I hate the Discord. I want the Discord to get 3 more nukes than Japan gets.
Oh, man.
The Discord is no. If you
No.
only knew those monsters, you would agree.
I like how they start posting you.
They immediately post the tits in the chat.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Nick as the nipples.
Nickaples.
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 I like that.
I think I'm not okay. This may be my last stream. Sorry, this is taking me a second to get started here. I ran into technical difficulty. It had nothing to do with my feelings being hurt. It had nothing to do with people being mean. It had everything to do with some tech issues. So, whatever stupid rumors you've heard aren't true. It's not true. So I won't hear any slander or lies or anything. You cannot shame me. You cannot hurt me. I'm living my truth. Okay, mine. So we're going to have to lay some ground rules for this stream because, frankly, guys, I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I'm doing a lot of reflecting, given recent events, some things I'm not proud of. And I've decided that bullying on the internet has gone way too far. And it's up to me personally to stop it. I will not be the agency of bullying. Look, Rumble is a nice platform of nice people. And if you're going to go on Rumble or locals in particular and try and maybe fat shame a particular Rumble streamer, well, it's going to be a grift. Okay. I will not be here while you fat shame Rumble streamers. It's gone too far. I'm just saying. Some of y'all need Jesus. He wouldn't be so mean. Shout out to everybody who is here this morning to watch me get absolutely destroyed. I did not have a good Instagram angle on that lean. Oh God. Next time I'm gonna get up, turn around, and bend over for the camera. That's right. To destroy myself was what I did today. So yeah. My feelings will eventually recover from it. Look, see, here you guys go. Chunkieta, Fat Keta. I see it. I see every single comment. Every one. I see every one of them. And they all hurt. Hey to the Swiss says, "Hey Nick, thanks for showing the world your Barbie pouch." Okay. So that's where it starts, huh? So it starts right there. Starts right there, huh? Okay. Azzy5030. Hey, Chunkieta, you gonna acknowledge locals memes? I don't know if I'm gonna acknowledge locals memes. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how they behave. $20 from Fat and Balanced. Fat Imbalance. That's right. Says, hey, came here from Drex's stream. Oh, did you? Did you? Did you run out of breath walking over from Drexel's stream to this one? Moving that mouse and clicking the button? Folks telling me someone needs a fat shame back. I don't know. Depends on if you can see your own reflection in your monitor, I guess. Farron. Let me know. Can totally do that. And then tell them my diet secrets. You fat fuck. Love you, buddy. Oh. Love you back. Love you back. Love you back, Farron. That's right. Liberty Prime 85 says, hey, Nick, can you grab that book next to the cat picture and show us what it is? Which one? There's a whole fucking stack of books. There's a whole stack. You want me to? You want me to stand up and get a book? I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna. My legs are kind of tired after walking around outside. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll have a stomach cam goal. Okay? Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe I'll turn this in to a DSP style griftathon. Just roll over in the chair. I can't. The casters on the chair broke today. All right? I don't know why. Manufacturer defect, probably. Bum Fuzzle Bro says, Nick, can you talk about that feeder article you wrote? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to move on from that one. Okay? Just going to move on. I don't have anything to say about it at all. From Hidden Light Art Studio, Rekieta Law showed his true nature on camera today and now should pay his chat to shame him, which of course we will do for free because we're great like that. Chunkieta, Gutketa, Fatketa, Chubketa, and Drunketa. All I know is I get a Chubketa watching this.
Oh my God, I'm a fat guy!
Okay. I'm keeping a list. I'm keeping a list. This is slander. This is a lie. It's not true. It's not true. Look at it's not real. It's not real. I don't get 4 feet wide below the right here. From my tits down, I'm not that big. Look at it. Look at it. This is a lie. My biceps aren't that big. The lie is right there. Look, do these little piddly noodle arms don't look like that. See? Master Detective. No Guard says, please fat shame you. I don't fat shame other people at other people's request. That's a rule I have. I would have to request the fat shaming, and I have not. I have not. Alto Patone says, Fat Kata sounds like a ghetto girl's name. Prove you aren't fat, get on the stripper pole. If I had one, I'd already be streaming it. So it works, says Farron. Help me lose the 60 pounds you found. Where can my dead eggs send their Christmas list this year? Yeah, actually, I don't know if you guys do treadmills the same way I do. I can't walk on them. So I just lay down and put the the giant tire around my stomach right on the treadmill and turn it on slow, and it just rolls me like a fucking rotisserie. I figure that's the same as working out, pretty much. Never had a gut as big as Rekieta, leaning for a cat painting. Jason 7777. Nick, I'm not fat. I just have relationship with the buffet. I got news for you. It means you're fat. What is this? Did you? Is this Farron calling me fat? To Ethan Klein, Spat64, also says, ate the kids' Halloween candy. that one's kind of, that one looks, oh God. The other day I was talking about nightmares and how I actually kind of like them. I don't have them very often, but they're interesting to me. Yeah, I have one now. Okay? I have one now. I have not been roasted this hard in a long fucking time. And the last time those two guys have been paid to never speak about it. So, fuck me. Whew. 350 is almost Nick's weight in kilos. Okay. Okay. Hey, Nick, what happened to the Johnny Depp painting? Think I should read back there and switch it? Oh, okay. Here you go. Here you go, fuckers. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go get it. We just switch it. Fuck you, chat. There. There, it's switched. Switch, you cunts. Confirm Nick has no ass. I know. I know. I need someone to come inject stuff into my ass. Oh my God, no. No, God damn it. Gay. I meant like a butt lift. Oh, now I'm dead. Well, I've gone from fat to just fucking gay today. MD Huge Ass over on Locals says, figure I'd send you $10 to go buy yourself a couple Whoppers from Burger King. Cheers, brother. Thank you. Thank you, you piece of shit. Matt P7705 says, not being able to button your pants is not technical difficulties. That wasn't my problem. My pants button just fine. Thank you. Can I even see my own dick? No, but that has nothing to do with my stomach. That has everything to do with my nose. Everything below my shoulders lives in the shadow of that nose. I can't see anything. I just see, when I look down, all I see is just skin. That's it. Music and Fiction says, oi, Porcata, get roasted. I am a fat. I've been determined to fat. Look, I talked a lot of shit earlier, but ultimately, I will forever be a fat. This is what made me so mad today. All day, guys. All day. I'm walking around. I'm like, fucking done. I'm done forever. There's no living it down. Once the locals gets a hold of one picture of you looking fat, you're fat for eternity. You get fatter as the day goes on. I'm done. Forever. Dead. Forever fat. Permanently obese. That's what made me actually mad about it. Because I knew I could never recover. Fuck. You can take 1,000 skinny pictures. 1,000 of them. One fat picture and you're fat for life. Look at Fair and Balanced. She's fat forever. There's nothing she could do. Oh, I lost 60 pounds. Lose 100 more. Let's get to Anne Frank levels of thin. It won't matter. Nothing she could do. This is shit I have to deal with. You, look at this. The guy she told you not to worry about. I'm telling you, I'll never, it's impossible. It's impossible. I could post pictures of a 6-pack with a 15-inch cock. Won't matter. Fat. Forever. Forever shamed. Forever fat. Dead. Dead. I knew it was over. The moment it happened. Bailey says 15-inch cock only after you strap it on. No, I'm not saying. No, I don't. I'm saying it doesn't matter. I was being hyperbolic. I have never would never misrepresent cock size. 15-inch cock would be great until you got an erection and passed out. Like, I've got at least a 2-inch penis, okay? Leave me alone. I'm doing fine. When you're young, your dick is bigger than it is when you're old. When I was 22, 8 inches. When I'm 40, about 7. Free Rekieta law. Since being banned on Twitter, Nick has let himself go, Elon Musk. Please restore Nick so he can document his weight loss journey. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. So this picture and this picture. The same picture. C3 Metal. I know you got a couple dumbbells. Do some shoulder work as you're streaming your fatso. Build them little boy shoulders to hide that gut. No, it's too much work. It's too hard. I don't want to try. E Miller 012. Grift or eat. Nick will take the treat. He never met a scale he couldn't beat. Grasping for air, breaking his chair. He just ripped his underwear. Bad vibes. Your ego is big, but your nose is bigger, and your waistline is bigger than both. My ego just got a little bit smaller. Ben SC. At Fair and Balanced, I bet with the size of his nose, he can store 2 sticks of butter at once. What my nose can do by natural talent, Fair and Balanced beats me with practice. Bad Dragon, I just had a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Bet you wish you could have some. It was perfectly flaky the way that only Southern homemade biscuits can be. Bailey, 15-inch cock only after you strap it on. Yeah. People don't understand parody or hyperbole. My God. Bad Dragonite, Chunkieta out here protecting his kids from the diabetes by snorting up all their Halloween candy, apparently. I had 2 pieces of candy today, that's all. Jensen Zeiger, manufacturer's error. Sure, that's why your super expensive chair broke, not the 3 dozen packs of Pop-Tarts you eat every day. Guys, I love Pop-Tarts. I've had 1 package of Pop-Tarts in the past month. Just 1. And I had it on stream. Did I get face-apped onto Weird Al? Or are you just calling me fat? I can't even tell anymore. Mario Carter 13, 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches, and now Nick's pregnant with that 6th baby. Congrats. SC Medic 71, I heard Farron lost about 60 pounds. Guess you found them. Stardust Crusader, hey Nick, can you fat shame yourself? No. Nope. I can only exist to suffer. I can definitely do 1 sit-up. You fucker. You fucking fucker. My lifestyle says fact. Cledge Fenrir, does Drex get soft eyes looking at your soft gut? Yes. He just wants it rubbed. Rubbed on his ears and mouth. SC Medic, congrats on number 6. Nice of you to carry this one and give Lady R a break. Look, I'm a gentle and giving lover. I have to be, because if I don't, I'll crush people to death under my massive girth of my stomach. Idle Paul Chunkieta weighs so much he can't stand up because he'll break the foundation of his house if he tries. Seal Hunter says you already fat shamed yourself. Lol. Oh, wait, is there a video of me fat shaming myself? What's this? I don't remember this. Now go fat shame yourself and make it the best fat shame speech, you disloyal shaster lawyer. Yeah, I can fat shame me. Me. Look. Look. I saw me today. I saw you there. I looked down. I saw that fupa you got. There it is. Fat upper penis area that you have. You disgusting slob sitting there slovenly drinking all these alcoholic beverages, stuffing your face full of bread. You know bread makes you fat, you piece of shit. Look, I know. No, you shut your fucking mouth, whore, and listen to me. You shut up. You are fat and disgusting. Your belly sags like you're wearing a fucking colostomy bag full of all the shit you put into your body right in front of you. What is that? Is that some sort of curtain? I bet you can pull that. I bet you can pull that stomach skin up and cover your own face. Cover your own face to hide yourself in shame. But the best part is you'll be smelling that disgusting belly button lint for the rest of your life.
Ew.
Which should be short, you fat piece of shit. Get in the ground. There you go.
Damn.
Okay.
Well, okay. I feel worse about myself. Bad Vibes sent $1 for treadmill to lose weight or for Blue Bunny ice cream to cry into. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't even eat it anymore. I don't need to lose weight. I need to reallocate weight. Guys, I'm 6'2" and I'm at 185 pounds. I don't need to lose the weight. I need to move the weight from my fucking tummy up to my shoulders and become a man. That's what I need to do.
Hey, let's get it.
Cheers. What's up, Kiwi Farms? How you guys doing? You guys have made a critical miscalculation. You think I'm mad at you or ever have been. I'm not. I think you have some retarded takes sometimes. Particularly around the exclusivity deal that I've been talking about lately. Because you've kind of got the story backwards on that, but that's okay. You can't possibly know. But no, I'm not mad at you. And the post I made the other day was not mad at you. It was doing what you do, which is fine, by the way. And I've always endorsed it. I was pointing and laughing at something I found funny. And you guys immediately took it as mad, or some of you did. Some of you didn't. It doesn't really matter. You're not a monolith. I know. I've said this a million times, but you got to understand, I found something funny. I decided to post about it. It doesn't mean I'm mad. And I know you know that because when you find something funny on Kiwi Farms and decide to post about it, doesn't mean you're mad either. But that's okay. Getting that wrong is just fine. It doesn't really bother me. And I read through the 15 or so pages today. You guys know I read my thread, so it's fine. But I read through the pages today and pretty good stuff. I like it. It's fine. Let me clarify some things. I don't know what there is to admit or deny. So you tell me what inquisition I need to answer to, and I'll tell you the same thing. I do a bunch of shit in public, and it's in public. So, okay. And people will always take what you do and they'll impose their moral compass on it and make a judgment. That's how humans live. I'm good with it. So it's fine. I don't know what else. I don't know. Do you want me to be mad or something? Do you want me to be angry at someone taking pictures that were posted publicly and making them more public? I mean, I prefer obviously to be able to have fun with stuff and not have everyone become a colossal raging vagina about it. But that's not how the internet works. And so some people will take something fun and make it mad. And that's okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix that. If I could fix that problem, the internet wouldn't be interesting anymore. So not really interested in solving that for humanity. Nothing that has happened today or has been talked about is not part of the exact same rumors that have been going on for years. Let me reiterate the position. Guys, don't be a cuck. Don't do that. Don't record yourself naked, and don't sell your nudes for money. There you go. If you do make nudes, don't post them online. Done. There's my official statement. I feel like a president now, or a pope or whatever. Again, I don't know what people need me to say or address. I will say, because I tried to send you a message, buddy, on Discord, but you got it wrong. I bought my house. So, that one, you could change that, I guess, if you want to correct the update. But I bought it.
I'm the one who owns it. Nobody else bought it. Nobody else owns it. It's just mine. But that's fine. Other than that, like, look, I'm not here to fight anybody's theories. I don't know how to fight the internet's theories, and I don't find it very productive. Here's the rundown of the drama. Everything you read everywhere is true. Even the stuff that conflicts with the other stuff. It's all true. No matter what you've ever read about me is true. And I mean that as a joke, but I also mean that as real, because you cannot convince people what is actually right. People will always decide what is true. And you can spend all the time in the world trying to fix the image. And we know some people, and we have covered lots of people who have tried to fix the image. I've interviewed people who have tried to fix the image and tried to control what happened, what did happen, what didn't happen, all of that stuff. You can't do it. If there was a switch you could press to make this is the true thing, no one would believe it, because that's what the government does. So whatever you have read is 100% true. 100%. There you go. The bulk of the shit that has been said about me in the past, like, I don't know, 20 hours is the same shit that has been said about me for 4 years. Because frankly, the moment, this is the interesting thing about the internet. The moment I had Drexel on the show, some people were convinced that Drexel was having sex with Lady Rackets and or me, or both, or whatever. And there's no amount of protestation or denial that will ever convince someone who thinks that of that. But I'm a racist and would never fuck a black man. So I don't know what to say. And again, I'm sorry you guys thought I was mad at you. I was just laughing at what I thought was a shit take. It's okay, though. I have shit takes, so you guys laugh at me all the time. I thought we were bros like that. Like, I laugh at your dick, you laugh at mine. But a brief recap of the drama is that as you guys know, we have Ass Wednesday, which it became a thing. I don't know how it became a thing. I blame Mandy, and that's fine. And then people like ran with it, and people started posting ass pictures or whatever, or pictures of themselves, and the community was extremely positive about that. People were no, we have Thirsty Thursday now, apparently. I didn't make this up, by the way. The chat created this, but people were extremely positive and reinforcing about people's posts and pictures. And I thought that was actually pretty fucking cool. Like, I thought that was something like, if people want to do that and be supportive, great. There are some negative comments, but there's always going to be some negative stuff. Largely, people weren't negatively commenting about the pictures themselves or the people. They just had negative commentary about the concepts in general. Like, I would never do that. I would never post this. And that's fine. No one should ever feel like they have to post anything like that at all. I thought it was a fun thing. It appears Lady Raggets thought it was a fun thing. We talked about it, and she was like, hey, do you think I could post this picture? I'm like, it's up to you. If you want to do that. I think the pictures are beautiful. I think you're super fucking hot and great. And you're covered. And there's nothing in these pictures that you wouldn't see on a beach. So, I mean, I don't see a big deal. So she posted a picture. I posted some pictures. We had fun with it. And some people wanted to step on that fun. And that's, then they made it into a big thing. Now apparently, we are complete adulterers, and we have an OnlyFans. I'm not sure where that OnlyFans is. I really want the income from it, but that's the reality. And it's like a big rolling explosion. And I don't know why, because we posted the first pictures several days ago. It just took till now for it to pop off. And some people think that now is all the proof that they need, that that something crazy is going on. I don't know. I don't know. And some people think it's a hypocrisy for me. I don't think so. Personally, I don't think it's inconsistent, but other people do, and that's okay. Like I can't change people's minds on it. Do I like ultimately care what people say online? Not really, because you can't. You're chasing an impossible dragon. Like you can never slay it. People will always think something about you online, whether it's true or not. But I'm not here to fuck people over, change anybody's minds. It is what it is. And you make choices, and those choices have silly repercussions. I knew the potential of all of my pictures that were posted. Like, oh man, you did the bottle challenge? Yeah, so, like, is it that big of a deal? I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, Rekieta. Oh, fuck. I've been delicate about this because I don't want to cause a shitstorm. Rekieta started this year. He did the Wakusha shooting. He did the I think the trial of the little kid from whatever the fuck that shot 3 guys like in a pedophile. That trial was this year. He's like on top of his shit. He's like one of the biggest streamers on YouTube right now. He's like one of the largest super chat earners on YouTube, below like VTubers at this point. He's really high up there. Oh, he did the Johnny Depp stuff too, yeah. And he has like big name streamers coming on his stream, donating time to him for free because they want to get exposure. Like really big law channels will just show up on his stream for hours at a time and donate their time, which lawyers don't do because his audience is so big. They want just a piece of that. That's how high up there Nick Rekieta is. But his issue is that he's in a 20-year relationship. And I don't know what the deal is, but he's very like open about like his sex life. And you don't have to be. People will assume by default that your relationship is good if they don't hear any issues with it. If you see people and they seem happy, like you're not going to assume, oh, there must be deep problems there because they don't talk about how they fuck on YouTube. Like the opposite is true. If you're constantly having to go out there and say like, I'm so proud of my body and we don't care if you've seen our ass because I work really hard to, you know, make my ass look nice. It's like when you start doing that, it's like, you kind of feel like there's issues. So then Rekieta goes to Jamaica. He goes to a place literally called Hedonist 2. From what I understand, I think that the consensus is that the photo evidence lining up the photos of the hotel rooms versus where he streamed is very conclusive and very convincing to most people. I don't know for sure if it's the same thing, but he goes to Jamaica. He goes to a place called Hedonist 2, and it's during a week where that hotel, it's like a nudist hotel, like free use. You can have sex in the lobby kind of thing, where it's like, you know, old couples go to, you know, mix things up a bit, basically. But it's like he goes there and he streams from this hotel room during like a cuck week. And I don't know if he just wants to be an exhibitionist. Maybe that's like their thing. And that's why they're posting pictures of their ass on Discord and shit. But it's like, there's a reason why, like, there's the political scandal of like the gay Loghouse Republican getting found out at like an orgy. Who was the Hungarian guy who was like vehemently anti-LGBTQ and he got found out at like a 40-man gay orgy at like an apartment in Budapest? Like, there's a reason why that shit happens, because those people have a professional life, and then they have their gay sex orgies, and they keep them separate, or they try to. A 40-man gay orgy, yes, in Hungary. That was a big scandal, because he was, like, super anti-homo, and then they found out that he was, like, fucking 40 guys in massive orgies in Budapest. It's like, just do that. You don't, don't do your live streams from your hotel room. If you're gonna go to, like, a thing that's, like, I think it was even called, like, it was like a racial thing where it's like you're supposed to meet couples of like Asian or black persuasion and then swap, do like a wife swap. And he says he didn't do any of that. He just says I think it's purely exhibitionism is his thing. It's like, stop it. Please stop. I don't ever want to hear about any of this ever again. For the love of fucking God, paint your fucking Warhammer figurines and do your thing. And stop watching anime because that shit's cancer, and it's the reason why you're getting called out at like black cuckold hotels in Jamaica at this point. I'm sure of it. The anime is the root of this as well. He's probably watching some weird wife swapping anime, and it's giving him ideas. Just stop, please. Oh, and the Baldo, him trying to get a sponsor. He said that he fucked his wife with a dildo that you wear on your testicles. It's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. It's the most retarded. I think and Ominous said it. He said it's like the most locale sex toy ever. Like, who the fuck sees a pretty woman and says, I want to bash my balls into her ass. I want to fuck her with my scrot. Like, are you nuts? Are you nuts? I get that it's a joke, but please stop. Nobody wants to hear this. This is a funny thing for Ron Jeremy and washed up porn stars to talk about on like some sex podcast. You are supposed to be presentable to the public. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. So 2023, I see Nick Rekieta quitting anime, returning to church, not going to Hedonism 3, and not doing any more interracial life swapping. Because I am the unmoved mover. If I wish it into existence, it will happen. It's happening right now. Okay? It's happening. I'm willing it into. I'm like Samson. I got chains on me, and I'm pulling it down. I'm making it happen. Fuck off, chat. The merge is on. That's right. That's right. Cope. I will. Some things I'm not meant to deal with, chat. Some things I'm gonna will into existence to fix.
All I know is this: 40 was one of the most fun years of my entire life. 41, I intend to make more fun. There's a bunch of people out there, no matter what you do. You don't have to be a YouTuber or whatever, who will consistently try and stop you from doing what you want to do through some sort of fucking coercion. And the coercion is, it could be anything. And if you sit there and you listen to the coercive influence of other people, you'll be real fucking depressed and bored and second guess everything you do. Don't just don't. You don't have to. You don't have to. There are very few people you need to listen to in your life. Your spouse. That's a good one. Maybe your boss, unless you want a new job. And who else? I mean, this whole like thing. I mean, for me, I guess it's more specific to Kiwi farms, but it's funny watching people say, if he doesn't do what we say, show's going to be terrible. It's like, well, if you don't like it, that's cool. Bunch of people don't like my show. Bunch of people do. I'm all right. I never asked anybody to like enjoy anything, like either like it or don't. It's okay. But for me, creating the content, if you don't like what you're doing, you can't keep doing it. There are a bunch of people who want me to do the same show I was doing 4.5 years ago. I can't. I would hate it. I would hate doing that show. Like just reading lawsuits all the time, like everything being legally related all the time. I didn't do as many shows back then. The reason was because I always had to find that legal angle or legal niche. Most lawsuits are fucking lame. Most lawsuits are completely uninteresting. And so, like, as the show grew and evolved, some people don't like that. That's fine. Someone else might do it. But for me, like, I can't just, like, I could hire a researcher and like find someone to go find all this stuff all the time and like constantly do that. But I can't. I would hate it. I would hate doing it. And I wouldn't do it. I'd just stop. Like, I just quit. I do not have the tolerance to sit and do stuff that I don't like for very long at all. Maybe a couple weeks. My show will always change based on what I want it to do. But for me, it's always going to be like what I can actually just do and enjoy. Because, man, I don't have time. I don't have time. I spent a lot of years being unhappy working. For me, like, I have to do something that's engaging to me or I'll just stop. I spent a lot of years struggling through a bunch of shit that I didn't like to do. I did not like to sit around in banks and try and sell people checking accounts. I hated that. And then when I was working at Thrivent in the brokerage area, it was really nice solving problems. I was really good at it, but it got really boring and I wanted to do bigger stuff. And they're like, we like where you are, till I moved away. Then they're like, oh, move back and we'll make you a manager. I'm like, I don't want to move back. Moving back, I just moved away. Why would I move back? Sitting around fucking around the hot tub is so much better. It is. It is. But yeah, so if I listen to a bunch of people, and again, this is most specifically recently at Kiwi Farms, but also, you know, Discord people and fans of the show throughout the years, I'll get emails, I'll get messages. Say, hey, this isn't, I don't really like this. Why are you doing this? You should go back to doing the old thing. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't do that. So I'm not gonna do this as a suffering job. Ever. And if you don't like it, don't watch. It's okay. If I listen to people who said all that shit, the show would be stagnant. The interesting thing about this profession is that you don't have to stop, but you can rebrand. As did it. Quartering's done it. Other people have done it. And there's some pain and adjustment. But the thing with, you know, YouTube and whatever, it's all, there's 8 billion people. And you don't need a ton of them. You don't need a ton of people to make a good go of something. It's hard to get that number, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Krigler did it. But you can do it. Nick, you're getting eviscerated by Kiwi Farms. You got to chill, dude. Maybe you don't know. Kiwi Farms influence. That's what it is. It's 0. The Kiwi Farms can pretend to have all of the knowledge and power of the internet at their disposal. They have 0 actual influence and power. They got nothing. And here's the deal with them. I will fight to the fucking death to let Kiwi Farms say whatever they want to say about anyone. But their like advice and criticisms have no impact in any real way. So cheers to them. Say whatever you want to say. I would never, ever demand the opposite. But frankly, getting eviscerated by Kiwi Farms is like being eviscerated by a mug. Without finding like a pedophile, they're looking for a villain at all times. I don't know what to talk about or what to do with it. A mug like a cup, yeah. Yeah, you're not going to effectively eviscerate anybody with a mug, but they try. So, to Kiwi Farms. Cheers, guys. Go on with your theories and speculation. They're all true. Have fun with it.
Nick Rekieta got caught at a gay club. Oh boy. And then he was bragging about it. Nick Rekieta has been caught at a gay bar named Gay 90s hosting an underwear party and karaoke in Minneapolis as a birthday present from his wife. Rekieta did this blasted on MDMA. This comes only 3 months after Rekieta attended a swingers resort in Jamaica. Dude, look at this video. You don't even have to say anything and say, look what he's wearing. I'm starting to think Drexel's fucking him in the ass, not his wife. Like, what in the fuck?
Again, here's the thing. Lady Rackets took me to the karaoke bar and then the underwear bar for my birthday, right? We had a fun time.
What?
How did this even come out? Man, so I gotta talk to you, man. How the fuck did this even come out, dude?
Like, did he share this of his own volition? I just don't understand what he's thinking. This guy's struggling. I don't know, man, because it's just really bizarre. Look at Rekieta. Look at where Rekieta is right now compared to where he was in 2018 when he was coming on the kill stream for the first time. And by the way, this was always him. And I said that. I said, Rekieta behind the scenes is an absolute fucking sick fuck. And they didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to hear it. They said Ralph's making up shit. Well, Ralph wasn't making up a damn thing.
Again, here's the thing. Lady Rackets took me to the karaoke bar and then the underwear bar for my birthday. Right? We had a fun time.
Yeah.
Two lesbians tried to pick us up.
Two lesbians tried to pick them up. Hey, those are called hookers, Nick. Yeah, hey, Nick, those are called hookers. Motherfucker. I'm glad y'all did that. Seriously.
Two lesbians tried to pick us up and two gay men tried to have sex with me. I don't know. We had
I'm thinking about one person, and I won't say their name because I don't want to put them in the middle of this. Not that Rekieta would have that sort of respect for me, but I have that respect for this person, not Rekieta. I just want to know what one person's thought is when they hear that. One person. I actually just want to know what they were thinking when they heard this clip from Rekieta, and then I want to know what they were thinking. Was their next reaction? What is Ralph gonna say when he sees this?
None of them succeeded.
A bunch of gay guys tried to fuck you. They didn't succeed. Allegedly, by the way. You lied about everything else. You lied about being at hedonism too. You lied about your wife being slutted out. You lied about all this.
I don't know. None of them succeeded. But it was a good fucking time. Have fun in your fucking life. How is the sax snake if am I still sore?
This dude's drunk as fuck, but they're fucked up on something. Like, he's not. What is he doing? Dude, if I was to have had something like this, they would be talking about Pill Stream Part 45. Can we call CPS? Get his kids taken away. It's like, dude. And you know that's how they would be. You know that's exactly they would be like, what kind of, how can we contact CPS in his state? And, I mean, holy shit. Oh my God.
How is the sax snake if am I still sore? Bitch, I already told you I was on MDMA. The sex was fucking fantastic.
This guy's trying so hard to be Dick Masterson, but like he can't be Dick Masterson because he's an uncool faggot. He's like, he's ripped off Dick Masterson, but gay and unfunny. Right, that's exactly right. It's legitimately just like embarrassing. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or what.
Have you ever had sex on MDMA? It's a whole different life. Like, it's weird. You know what?
Steve
Yeah, I have actually.
$10.
Is this the first time Snick ever tried drugs? You know what I mean? Like, what is he even talking about? It's like a 12-year-old or some shit. Oh, have you ever had sex on MDMA? This dude's 40 years old talking like he's 16. Net, I would say drugs have been bad for my life. Honestly, like, they're not good for you. Like, I don't know what to say.
You don't want to do it every day. You do not want to do it every day. Like, MDMA every day will kill you.
No shit.
But
they're doing drug shows now, Rekieta. Okay, God bless. Fuck. I don't know what he's wearing. His Cuck t-shirt. Nick Rekieta was even bragging about it even before it happened, much to the befuddlement of Dick Masterson. Nick refused to actually say what it is or the context of his wife / himself being naked and drugged around a bunch of gay couples at a club.
Take me to a bar on Saturday that is, it's an underwear bar.
All right.
Yeah.
Where do you find this stuff? Out in
Wow, where do you find this stuff? Whoa, cool. Where do you find that? Wow, where do you even go looking? Where do you even go looking for something like that? I don't have a clue. Listen to his reaction. He's openly laughing in his face. His first reaction is to laugh in Rekieta's face. Are you just trying to give me content? Like, I just don't even understand.
You cannot get in if you're wearing clothes. You have to wear underwear.
Do Somalis wear underwear?
Do Somalis wear underwear? Then that's making fun of.
I don't know what we're going to do the rest of the time.
Probably something degenerate, if I had to guess.
Your spouse or whatever is the person you go on the fucking adventures with. Go fucking get it.
This is like the definition of cope. Yeah, is he having a breakdown? Honestly, you know what? This motherfucker needs some help. I mean, you know me, I hope he doesn't get it, but what is he doing?
People out there don't understand that
It's a crisis,
your
yeah.
partner,
Midlife
your
crisis,
spouse
yeah.
or whatever is the person you go on the fucking adventures with. Go fucking get it. Look, no. Stop. I'm giving me 14 years because I'm going to do a bunch of fucking crazy bullshit because I'm dumb. All right? I'm not putting any limit on you.
What the fuck? I'm not trying to limit. I think you should go further with it. Honestly, I think you should completely liberate yourself.
I'm going to do a bunch of crazy shit for 14 years. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to smile through all
Slop
of it.
hound, that's right.
And I'm going to be holding hands with lady. I'm going to grab her by the pussy and drag her with me, right?
What?
Why the fuck wouldn't you? Why the fuck wouldn't you do that? All these people, oh, your kids are going to see this. Good. If my kids learn that I enjoy having sex with their mom and that they should do a bunch of fun shit with their spouses, fucking good. Like, Jesus Christ. Do you know how long it took me? My parents never talked about sex. Never. Until I was like 39 did they mention it ever. And only like very nervously. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what their sex life is like, which frankly I'm kind of fine with, I guess, just because I found my own way. But
Wait. Hold on, wait.
until I was like 39 did they mention it ever.
Did he want his parents talking about fucking each other around him all the time? Like, I thought most people were against that. Like, not that they shouldn't fuck, but I mean, what are they supposed to tell their kids about, like, their sexual escapades all the time? That seems kind of weird. This is just this is a complete embarrassment.
And only like very nervously. Jesus
Honestly, this thing is making me want. I swear, I'm feeling like how I felt after I was watching the Keno Casino. I went straight edge for like a month in September. He's making me want to clean up further. Like, okay, I haven't even been drinking that much, but
and only like very nervously.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what their sex life is like, which frankly I'm kind of fine with.
What do you mean you're kind of fine with not knowing the sex life of your parents? Why aren't you completely fine with that? Because, yeah, kind of. What? I was very fine not knowing about the sex life of my parents. Matter of fact, I would have been horrified to know about the sex life of my parents. And what in the world is he even saying? Pete says he wants parent porn.
Jesus Christ, like I don't know what their sex life is like, which frankly I'm kind of fine with, I guess, just because I found my own way. But
what do you mean? They can't. Did he want his parents to teach him how to fucking throw dick? Like, what in the fuck? Hey, Dad, I'm not quite. The stroke's not really down. Can you bend Mom over here and just like kind of show me how it's done, Pop? Like, what in the fuck is he talking about? This is sick. What does he mean? He was peeping. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, yeah, hey, Dad. Yeah, it's just, I'm just not quite hitting it right. I know you got more experience, you and Mom. Could you just show me? Like, this is literal, like, insane California Berkeley type mentality. What's he going to go nudist around his house with his kids now, too? Look at this guy and tell me he don't just look fucked up out of his brain. Look at him. Look at Nick Rekieta and tell me I didn't win 2022. Look at this sad sack of shit and tell me I didn't win 2022. Seriously. He's fucking dead in the eyes. He is absolutely broken. And I'm being loud, but it's not hyperbole. Look at this man on December 21st, 2022. And then think about where he was March 1st when they were trying to peddle fake rape charges on me, when he was sitting up there with others saying all kinds of shit. Now look at this guy. Let's finish this.
It kind of would have been nice to know that, like, if your parents are into each other or not.
How do you think you got here? What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you think you were created, you dumbass? What do you mean, know if your parents are into each other? Did you really just want to hear your parents smacking ass every single night? This shit is sick. I can't. This might be even crazier than the other one, like than the first one. It's just unbelievable. How can one man get so many W's?
I can't express enough. This is a weird thing. I know people are, look, I know people are shitting on me or whatever for Lady Rackets and I going to the underwear party and the karaoke party. I don't care. Okay. To be very clear, I don't care. The amount of people like mad about what we do is so minimal. And I've been watching, like, because I was worried at first. And I was like, holy fuck. But the locals numbers, not really affected. The stream numbers, not really affected. I'm like, okay, so there's a bunch of people who are mad about stuff. These aren't people who are like supporters of the show, so don't really fucking care what they think or don't think anymore. I used to. Because, guys, look, for 5 years, I've gone to certain places and I've tested the waters. Because you have to. You don't have like an objective outside observer. So I thought I had an objective outside observer. I did. And so I was like, okay, so I'll listen to these people. I'll see if I fuck up on a live stream or if I do something that really pisses people off. What I found out over the past 2 months is that the loud kvetching, and it is absolute Jewish kvetching over it. Like, this isn't the show I signed up for. Yeah, I good. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Those people have had a problem with various things that I've done. It's fine. The way the internet works is everything lacks context. Everything lacks context. So when Lady Rackets and I ass posted or whatever, we were ass posting in the locals in context of people ass posting. We were having a fun time. It's basically like hanging out with friends and you take some stupid pictures or whatever. The way that got spun was I was selling Lady Rack. Legitimately, this is the spin. I was selling Lady Rackets her body as a way to get people into locals. as if I like posted a picture of her as member exclusive content, which is not true. We just posted in the live chat that everyone else posted. Like along with a bunch of other people. But the way the internet works is people take things and they move them, and then the story changes, and then people don't like, because it gets too complicated to check up on the narrative. So while we're having fun with other people, like we're having fun in context, other people are like, Nick is opening an OnlyFans. I'm like, motherfucker, you can just see my ass for free. What the fuck do you want? Like, this isn't my ass is not OnlyFans worthy. I'm trying to get there. Like I'm trying to make my ass OnlyFans worthy, not for you guys, but for Lady Rackets. Like I'm trying to do that. But Jesus Christ, like this is not craziness. But the way people framed everything was this particular way. And if you didn't have the time to go check it out or whatever, you're just like, holy shit, this is weird. It's like, yeah, I guess it would be kind of weird if I was selling pictures of me and my wife as like a subscription incentive. That was never, ever like a goal or a thing. Other people are posting ass pictures. We had fun, joined in. So to be very clear on that's what that was. I'm trying to build an ass for Lady Rackets and having a fun time doing it. That's great. And I'll probably, like when my results are done, like when I'm comfortable with them, I'll probably post an ass again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You'll have to, someone will have to endure a Rekieta Law ass post on Ass Wednesday. Yeah. It'll be fun again. It'll be a good thing. But that being said, I don't know how I started this. Oh yeah. I know some people are really pissed off about my birthday, which is so fucking weird. And it goes to show who's like not in Minnesota and who is in Minnesota. But people are making a big deal out of like this underwear party and stuff like that and karaoke, whatever. Lady Rackets wants to take me to a glow party, which might be on Thursday of next week. A glow party is where you paint yourself in body paint. There's black lights everywhere, and it's a bunch of fucking fun. We have a ton of monogamous fun. We go out, we dance, we have an absolute fucking blast. A bunch of lesbians come up and gay guys come up and hetero couples come up and they try to pick us up and we're like, nah, we're good, fam. We're okay. We're just having fun. But it's a fucking blast to go out and just dance and cut loose and smile and have a fun night. So we're going to do that, I think, next week, which means there may not be a Thursday show next week. Are any of them attractive? Yes. Oh my God. Hootskin. Dude. Is fucking crazy. Last time at the underwear party, these two lesbians, they were, I'll tell you, lesbian. One of them was lesbian. One of them was bi. It was pretty obvious. The lesbian was wearing this red open jacket. She wasn't wearing a bra or a shirt. She just had a red suit coat on, and she had her tits out for Harambe or whatever. She was hot. And then the other girl wasn't wearing a shirt at all, the bi girl. And I sat down next to them and they said, we really like you and your wife. You guys are super hot and super sexy. And it was really like nice, right? Like it's encouraging or whatever. But I'm like, that's cool. You guys seem cool, but like we're not down with that. Like, so that's awesome. You want some drinks or whatever? One girl was like on the verge of vomiting. So, but it was like some drinks or whatever. You guys are having fun. It's great. We had a good time, but we were out there having a fucking fun time. And, it's like, it's okay. people make a big fucking deal out of everything. Like you go out and suddenly you're trying to have sex with everybody on the planet. That's not true. That's not true. But we had a fun time. We're going to go have another fun time. I think I haven't confirmed this, but I think Thursday. So there may not be a show of Thursday of next week. Real Dragon Lady, why the fuck does anyone care? Dude, I don't know. I guess it's just because I'm a live streamer and have some sort of internet presence that people care about everything. It's why I can't, like, the locals is so much fucking fun. The locals is like bulge posting or ass posting or whatever. And I have to like strongly consider, I'm like, can I participate in this thing? And a lot of times the answer is no, because some people have a fucking conniption if I do. It's crazy. It's crazy town. So when things die out, I probably will more, honestly, because guys, I'm 41. I'm 41. I've spent 20 years of my life not having as much fun as possible because I was worried about the way other people thought about things, the way other people interpreted things, the way other people judged things. And interestingly enough, it was people that were like close to us. And I don't give a fuck about them anyway, because fuck off in general. Like if you know me, you know, like I don't give a shit anyway. But certainly like don't give a fuck about what people on the internet think. Like that's a whole separate story. So that's coming. That's coming to me because I don't give a shit. And the second Lady Rackets is there with me, I don't give a shit at all. I'll have fun. I'll have a blast. I don't, guys, when you work your whole life for someone else and you have to abide by rules and then suddenly you don't have them, my God, you get to be you. You get to be you. And all I want to do in life is just be me. And me is simple. Me is simple. I'm a horny, happy motherfucker. Those two things. Honestly, and by horny, I don't mean I want to fuck everybody who walks by who's hot. I'll appreciate attractive people, of course. I'll appreciate sexy women 100% of the time. Unapologetically. Sexy women are great. I want all women to look fucking fantastic. And then Lady Rackets and I will go home together. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. And I don't really give a shit what other people think or do about it. And as soon as everybody's on the same page as me, fuck it. Critical says Nick's wife belongs to the internet. We are collectively the virtual Matt from Tinder. I'll tell the internet very clearly and very quickly. One, to the internet, you can't afford Lady Rackets, and two, you cannot keep her entertained. Sorry. I've met many, many people of you. You don't even have a fucking chance. I barely can. You guys don't have a fucking prayer. Good luck. But here's the other thing about it. Like I mentioned, I know. Not everyone wants to hear about me, my wife's escapades or whatever. I'm not here to shove anything in anyone's face. And I'm trying to specifically not talk about this on the Rumble and YouTube shows because I don't think it belongs there. I'm keeping this to locals because locals is my community. If you ended up banned from everything and couldn't maintain your lifestyle, would your wife leave you or just readjust? Readjust, dude. Dude, we've been together through abject poverty and we've been together through absolute boon. Like if you think that money is the thing, first of all, I say you can't afford her. You can't afford her broke, and you can't afford her in wealth, because Lady Rackets is unaffordable. She's a hilarious, ridiculous woman who I love very much. And I am happy to be able to provide her surprising amounts of things. What's the difference between OnlyFans with lewds and lingerie bottle pics, though? I don't get the difference, I guess. Anissa, iDubbbz, first of all, it's a specific thing that is marketed. Her sexuality is marketed out and sold. The lewds and lingerie pics, the bottle pics or whatever that Lady Rackets and I did, were in context of the chat. While the chat is doing it, it wasn't like a specific locals exclusive post. You have to pay for this thing. You have to do this to come objectify me or my wife or whatever. No, we don't do that. Believe me, OnlyFans is a wholly tempting thing. It'd be great. It'd be funny. It'd probably make a shitload of cash. But that's for us. Free equals good, paid equals bad. Dude, if you can't draw distinctions, I don't know how to draw them for you. Feels like a distinction without a difference. That's all I'm saying. Cool. You can think that all you want. Again, I'm not here to change your mind. I don't really want to delve into it. If you don't see the difference, then you will never see the difference, no matter what I say about it. We had a good time. No regrets. People got big mad over it. And once they get like over being big mad over it, I'll probably do the same shit again. This is one of the interesting criticisms. Nick is casting away his ex audience. Sometimes it's core audience, sometimes it's Rittenhouse audience, sometimes it's Depp audience, whatever it is. I have literally never cared about a particular audience other than people who want to watch my show and laugh. I don't want other people around. If I wanted the fucking like Depp audience, believe me, I could have been a faggot like Legal Bites. I could have been a fucking boring vanilla cunt like Legal Bites. I could have said, guys, let me tell you this. I made $280,000 from Johnny Depp alone. I made an absolute absurd amount of money from Johnny Depp alone. Okay? I could have easily gone, okay, I will make money from Johnny Depp. And I could have covered Johnny Depp every fucking day after the trial. Some of my friends have, right? Tug, who I don't know how much Tug has made. By the way, Tug has made a fortune, and I want him to make a fortune more. Do not get me wrong. Tug has made an absolute fucking fortune from Johnny Depp. Legal Bites could have made a fortune if she had not fucked up with DUI guy, but she fucked up with DUI guy. That's her own shit. YouTube is a weird place. I could have just been posting Johnny Depp videos every day from then till now. They still sell. They still fucking sell. Johnny Depp videos. You go look on Tug's channel. Johnny Depp, if you kept the grift going, still fucking sells. I could have made probably $500,000 by now off of Legal Bites. I didn't, or off of Legal Bites, off of Johnny Depp. I didn't want to. I don't care about that. I've never in my entire fucking career pandered for a crowd. Never. I don't change my opinions. I don't say the things that get views and clicks. You can go look at the 2020 election. Every time when I'm like, this lawsuit's probably not going to do anything. These lawsuits probably aren't going to win. I could have stuck with that grift, by the way. I could have still been milking the 2020 election. That's how internet communities work. You can do all of these things. You can make you don't need a massive audience. You just need a dedicated audience. And I could have milked any number of things, Rittenhouse, the election, Johnny Depp, for all sorts of fucking money. That's not how I roll. So if you're going to fucking bitch about like what I do on a stream or as topics shift or whatever, like Rackets needs to blank his blank audience. I have never ever done that. I don't pander to an audience. The only audience I care about are the audience that like watching me and laughing, because if I pander to some other audience, I will 100% fuck it up. 100% I will fuck up whatever audience is supposed to be watching me. Because guys, eventually I'm going to tell a joke that's going to be offensive. Eventually I'm going to change subjects. Eventually I'm going to do this thing. I cannot sit and do that. And I don't want to. I've never wanted to. I'm a streamer, okay? Which means I get this special gay fucking privilege of being immune to most of society and most of things that happen. Like, even my own drama, I'm relatively immune to it. Like, it happens, things go on, and at the end of the day, it's like, nah, I'm good though. I'm triply immune from societal drama. Like, what the fuck? They have to cancel me. I've made myself effectively cancel proof. And it's fucking great. I wouldn't trade it for anything. People try to fucking cancel me all day. That's what they're going to do. Okay, they'll do it. They can't do it anymore. I signed a deal with Rumble and Locals, baby. I'm so fucking hard to cancel. I would have to murder puppies on stream. I would have to do something horrendous to get canceled at this point. Fuck you, you tranny weirdos. Fuck you, Minnesota Legal Board. All of you fucking loser, faggot, bitch, cunt, whores. Try it. You can't do it anymore. I've inoculated myself. I injected myself with all of the ivermectin you could find. I took some in the neck. I took some in the ass. Ivermectin everywhere. You can't fucking do it anymore. I found a way to be goddamn uncancelable by you fucking lunatics. Okay? But most people are not. Most people are not cancelable, or uncancelable, I should say. Most people are imminently cancelable. Most people have real jobs. Most people have real life. Most people have real obligations. I have real obligations. I've just found a way to mitigate the impact of my stupidity on those real obligations. Elissa Clip says, Nick Cuck agree. Elissa, what am I agreeing to? Yes, I agree. What is it? For anybody out there who's like, I there was some talk I saw earlier about like me and Elissa fighting or something. I don't know if Elissa's fighting with me. I don't think so. But if she is, cool. I have no problem with Elissa Clips or any other clip channel. Look, I talked about this the other day. There are some times when you go as a creator, you're like, fuck, clip channels, man. They make everything exist forever. Like sometimes you have that. But that's more lamenting the reality. Like clip channels will make shit exist, or they'll take things and it's out of the context that I think it should be in or whatever, but people see things differently. That's okay. I'm not fighting with any clip channel. I'm not striking any clip channel. I'm not telling any clip channel what to do ever. And Elissa has always had and will always have my permission to clip the show, to clip the local streams, whatever she deems will be a good clip. That's it. So hopefully we can put that fucking shit to bed. People make a lot out of a little. But no, I have no problems with clip channels existing. I don't have any problem with what they do. So, you know, can't wait for all the new conspiracy theories about Rekieta Law and Real Lady Rackets because of the tattoo show. It's something every day, man. It's something every day. But I don't know. I'm basically gonna be kind of ignoring most of that from now on because there's just there's no profit in talking about it anymore. I've said my piece. People will make up their minds and they'll do what they're gonna do. But I've been doing my show now for like just the normal show that has always been for well over a month now. And kind of not addressing that stuff on the show. I thought I could just address it on locals with the community, but that still gets to be like a thing. So it's fucking crazy. So I'm pretty much done like addressing that shit. I'm sure I'll fuck up and address it at some point, but I really don't want to. I just want to do my show. Like I thought that I could do my show, but also just be a little bit open about like life and tell jokes and shit. And people took that and turned it into nastiness. People took like genuine laughs and fun and like, oh, here's this thing I had, and turned it into that I'm the worst person on the planet and I'm a massive hypocrite. And I mean, I can't change their minds. There's no reason to try. So I'm gonna just keep going and doing the fucking show, I guess. And the next time I do something fun and stupid, I'll probably talk about it because I just honest about what I'm honest about what I like to talk about and what I'm into and what's going on in my life. So no, it's so silly that I can't even like well, I'm not saying I can't. That when I make jokes, obvious jokes, people take them as serious. They're like, oh, did you hear this? It's like, oh, dude, that was obviously fucking kidding. But say Levy, it's what it is. Invader Tech, what was that? So I heard you wrecked the Mustang. Guess it was bullshit since it looked fine in your car stream. Yeah. Yeah. That story's there too. It's amazing. Just anything now. Like once people decide something, then everything is bad. Like, oh well. What do you do? Is my midlife crisis over now? No. God. No, of course not. I said publicly, and I stand by this, of course, I was intentionally entering my midlife crisis, so I did not have to be surprised by it later. My midlife crisis is well underway, and I love it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. How dare you do dumb shit in your 40s, Nick? You're such a disgrace. So briefly, I think something that goes beneath some people's radar is there are ways people do life, and they'll differ greatly. But one way I did life was to have kids as early as possible, to have a lot of them. And it lasted a really long time. And we skipped out on a bunch of shit doing that. Now our kids are older. To put this in perspective, the biggest age gap we have between any of our kids is 3 years. And that's our first to our second. It's not even 3 full years. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't remember. Anyway, what that means and translates to roughly is that at no point until recently did we ever not have a kid under 3. And that lasted like 10 or 12 years. You've always got a kid under 3. Now our oldest is 5, or youngest is 5, which means that we've got a 5-year-old. Well, 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds are very different. 5-year-olds, you can actually leave for a little bit. You can leave them with a relative. It's a lot easier to do. Now, correction, some people will leave babies for a week or toddlers. We didn't. It was not our thing to do. In fact, the closest we came was I think we did a vacation while Lady Rackets was pregnant with one of the kids, which would have been close to having, you know, kind of the maximum amount of age between them. Yeah, we did. We did. But no, most of those vacations were actually taken with the kids. Yeah, it's actually really rare that we would get away on our own. Now we kind of get to a lot more. And if people haven't experienced that gap of you are who you are, and then you are in kid mode for a really fucking long time, and then you get to go do some of the shit that you didn't get to do. If you haven't experienced that, some things might be strange to you. But c'est la vie. People live differently. It's like being in school and having no life and then suddenly having life again. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's a lot of fun. But that's you thought I just went on vacation to do drugs and cheek. Shockingly, no. No, despite all of the weird allegations and whatever, do not cheat on Lady Rackets. Have not cheated on Lady Rackets. Have no intention to cheat on Lady Rackets. I know that some people have to stop fingering themselves over that now, but it's true. Very, very, very silly things. That woman is a lot to me. And anybody who hasn't seen that is frankly stupid. Nick is a simp. Yep, only for one. People will come up with their opinions and theories, and there's nothing you can do about it.
People talk about, being on the internet, making it, surviving. Like, you've done it, you've seen it. And I think not enough people listen. They're too in their own ego and too in their own bullshit, especially content creators.
Do you know how many people I have had in the past couple months tell me that that one, I don't do it right, and two, that no one else does it like I do? And I'm like, well, like, frankly, I don't fucking care what other people do. I just know what I do and it works. So I'm not worried about how other people do things, but the amount of unsolicited advice you get when you're like successful from people who, like, maybe they could be, I don't know, but they haven't done it. And so it's like,
right.
You're constantly learning. But anyway, sorry, go on.
No, I know, that's exactly right. It's like, look at what you're doing. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, playboard's not reliable. That's not what you're making. But just look at the playboard. It's like, okay, where are you on this list to be telling Nick, hey, fix your shit. Maybe if Tim Pool gives you some pointers or somebody, right? But that's a difference than, hey, random person number 62. And you're the only one who thinks that, right? If it's if the community's saying we want this, that's different, right? But one rando, no.
I talked about Rekieta last stream. I don't think anything's changed. He's gonna open his Discord. I cautioned him that the shit he's involved in is going to cause like a massive nuclear fallout eventually. Even the stuff that's already happened is probably going to blow up in his face. Even if he like completely disables locals entirely and his Discord, it's probably, the damage is already done, I think, and it's just going to be a matter of time before shit comes out, or the people involved have hurt feelings and start going after Nick really, really hard. But I said publicly and in private, I said this is a really, really, this setup of having like a sexually charged fan audience base is a recipe for utter and total fucking nightmares. And I use Dick as a reference. I looked this up recently. Dick, at his peak, was making like $25,000 a month. I don't know how much of his Patreon stuff is true, but he had like 5,000 subscribers on Patreon, making $25,000 a month on Patreon. And that was in August 2020. Cuties, the movie, came out August 19th, 2020. And it has never stopped dropping. That was his absolute peak, was the 1st of August, right before Cuties came out, and now it's down to like 16,000, and he's lost like 20% of the subscriber base. And I don't know how much of what's left is actually like a genuine fandom thing. From what he said, I've heard his explanation, and it's still like, I'm not certain about this, but it's like, he says that he's just now has got to a point in his life where his kids are a certain age where he is free to do more stuff. So he is manually creating his midlife crisis. He's going to get a tattoo. He's going to have a Mustang. He's gonna go to clubs with his wife. He denies swinging. However, like I said before, and I don't want to repeat myself, so I won't. But if you want to go out and you want to do stuff, go for it. It doesn't even matter. Truly, it really doesn't even matter if it's like weird cuckold shit. However, the issue is don't make it public, number one. And the locals and having people post nudes in locals in Discord, not allowing that is not being prudish. Not allowing that is a self-preservation instinct. Because these people are going to get they're emotionally attached, and people are exposing themselves. They're no matter what anybody says, you cannot have sexual encounters with people, even over the internet, without some level of like emotional investment. Even unless you're a total fucking whore and you're just like selling your asshole on OnlyFans to 1 million people. Like there's going to be hurt feelings. There's going to be people who go fucking crazy. There's going to be BPD. And there already are people who are obviously very mentally unwell in that locals chat. And I'm just like, I'm looking at this thinking, I am like, it's like if I was sitting at a train station and I'm looking at my left and I just happen to notice that there's a big thing. And let's say I could read Arabic, right? I'm looking at this package and I'm squinting at the Arabic written on it. It's a really suspicious looking package. And it just says, it says in Arabic, it just says dirty bomb, nuclear fallout, dirty bomb set to go off at this time. And I'm just like checking my watch. And I'm thinking like, okay, this is a bomb filled with nuclear dust. And when it explodes, it's going to destroy this entire building. Many people are going to die regardless of what happens. What's the next course of action? I can get up and just start fucking running as far as I possibly can. Maybe I can try to defuse it for some reason. Maybe I should just sit on it. Maybe I should throw it to the fucking ground and see what happens. I don't know. There's different things. All I know is that bomb is probably going to go off. No matter what you do, it will probably go off. And the smart thing to do if you have self-preservation instincts is to fucking run very far away. And if you're feeling generous, maybe call the police along your route and be like, hey, by the way, there's a bomb at this train station that you might want to take care of. I can read Arabic. It says Durka Durka Muhammad Jiaban on it. And then it has like the nuclear fallout symbol. I'm pretty sure it's a bomb. Anyways, I'm out of breath. I'm fat and I'm running as far as I possibly fucking can through midday traffic. See ya. Peace. Let me know if you have any questions, but text it. I'll reply once I'm 3 miles down the road. Bye-bye. That would be my option. Okay. Don't talk to cops. That is the chat answer. Sorry, I just don't talk to police. You know how it do be like that sometimes. What are you gonna do about it? Not shit. There's no. It is unconstitutional to say I have to call you and tell you about that fucking bomb I saw while I was hauling ass out of the train station. Fuck you.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask this for you, Drex. So a lot of people are asking this about Nick, and I want you to put it out here for the record, and the Clippers can clip this. Like people think that like Nick has changed. What would you say to people that say, was Nick always a degenerate and money changed him? Like you've known Nick for a very long time.
I've only known him literally forever since he moved to Minnesota as a kid.
So you are literally the most qualified person to talk about this. Can you please tell the people if he has changed?
So the Nick that you guys see is always who Nick has been. There's nothing wrong with his marriage. I've been getting asked that question, and I show
all
the guys
the time, right?
It's like, I think Nick has changed. Let me tell you what actually happened. Here it is. Nothing about Nick Rekieta ever changed. What changed is the perception of his audience and their view of him. So what happened is they thought Nick was this good little conservative Christian, right? And he was supposed to fit in their little box that they drew for him. And then once Nick came out with the Baldo, MDMA, out in Matsuri, he's doing this, that, and the other. He had assless chaps. He has the, what is it, like the Fuck It Friday and then the local.
The whiskey bottle in the ass.
Whiskey bottle, I mean. And so people are like, I don't know. Head explosion. And I went, wait a minute. And you know what I find funny, Andrew? What? These were the same types of people who were coming at me hard when I first got on Nick's show. Yep. Oh, I don't know why Nick even knows this Drex guy. He's a fucking degenerate. Weirdo. Yeah. He's a degenerate. And I'm sitting there look, Will, I'm doing this. Like, are you people fucking serious?
The shit that you were saying, like when I first seen you come on Nick's show, the shit that you were saying, I'm just like, finally, someone fucking saying it.
It's the regular shit that we talk about.
Yeah.
And now maybe I can believe this. Like, this is what I can't believe is that like he was always this way. Maybe he's more open about it, but maybe, right? Like over time, I'll say for myself, right? I'm gonna speak for myself, right? From my point of view. When I first started YouTube, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what kind of angle to go with. But then I realized I just got to be myself, because if I'm not being myself and being 100% real and doing the content I want, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to do it on the long run. You're long run. You know,
the way that you can have a long-term, social media or YouTube career. And I've talked to Johnny and Will about this in the Discord when I was like, when I start the new channel eventually, I said, it's going to follow me with my lifestyle, right? It's not just going to be like, we're going to probably talk about degenerate shit. We're going to be out and about. We're going to be out there in the field. Like, we're going to be like living. And so what ends up happening is, guess what? Nick has always been Nick. So what ends up happening, Andrew, is that these guys are actually at the point where they get to just go, right? Nick just gets to live his life. It's like this. Hey, man, this is my life. You can come along if you want to. That's all it is. Because if you fake it, let me tell you what happens if you fake who you are.
People smell that shit. You become the Jack Murphy.
You become Jack Murphy, Derek Jackson, any guy who got exposed, right? Any guy who got exposed. Hey, Will, what do we always talk about in our Discord, right? All these people that keep getting exposed. Why? They project something on the internet, right? And then there's a pressure while they're online to live up to it. And then when someone catches them outside, they're like, oh shit, I got exposed. Yeah. And Nick said that. Nick was like, look, Nick is honest. A lot of the Manosphere dudes are fucking frauds. I've been saying this for a long time.
And somebody asked this. I didn't send a super chat earlier. I was like typing them in the chat, but they asked me, like, Andrew, can you talk about like the dating coaches that say, oh no, you gotta do this and you do that, but they live a different way. And like you guys are all shaking your head because you guys all know, right?
Yeah, we all know those guys are all frauds. Every time you see, that's why they call them dating roaches. Like when this is how you know a guy is a real one. You look at his content, his basic viewpoints are exactly the same. Like that's why guys like Hammerhand stand the test of time. LOM stand the test of time. You got guys like that. The reason they stand, and here's the thing. If a guy is in a relationship or a guy, like I said, we've talked about this, being, the quote unquote going your own way or whatever, that does not mean that you hate women or you don't talk to women.
A lot of MGTOW guys have girlfriends.
A lot of them have girlfriends. A lot of them still smack. Look, when I first got on Nick's show, Andrew, what did I say? Yeah, I smash. Yeah, I have a wide variety that I like. If you see me out in public with a skinny chick, you're like this. Oh, look, that's Drex with a skinny chick. They see me with a big chick. Damn, that shit. But did I ever lie? I said I smashed big chicks. Big chicks, skinny chicks, lighter skin, darker skin.
I love that.
I'm out there.
People got a shame about it. They're like, oh, there's that. I'm like, yeah, and it's like I never said yes. I said that. No offense, Will. I said that BMI is one of the main reasons why I got out here. But did I say that I've never smashed a thick chick? Hell no. I've smashed some that will make Will proud. I'm telling you right now. Oh, Will would be like high-fiving me. And I'd be like, yo, it's 3 a.m. and I'm really drunk. But I'm not gonna be like this guy who's like, it never happened. It definitely happened.
I think the problem is when it comes to social media, it's always about that first impression, right? And okay, Drew, I'll just use you as an example.
Yeah, sure.
You're a lawyer. Everyone knows you're a lawyer. Great. If you had a YouTube channel that was strictly about reviewing cases, talking about case law, talking about changes that could be made to laws and all this, that, and the other. I'm not saying that you're not being yourself, but the moment you deviate from that, you don't know how many fans you would lose, but you also don't know how many fans you would gain. And in Nick's, I'm not gonna say his defense, but just from my perspective of Nick, I've watched Nick over the past year or two. He hasn't changed. And Drex, if you can sit here and tell me that you've known this man since the birth of time, at the end of the day, that's just who he is. More or less in social media, people want what they want. Like with these content, I've spoken about this before with content creators. They do too much to try to fit what the content creators. Now, don't get me wrong, they help get your views up and pay your bill and all that and the other. But if you're not being your genuine self, that's why I watch people like Nick. That's why I watch people like you, Drew. That's why a lot of people, some people have fallen off that scope because they got fake. And once you become fake, it's just like, oh, so you're just a view whore. When you're a view whore, you're not doing shit that's actually authentic. You're just doing shit that's fake so you can get the views. This is when you become world star. Nah, fuck all of that.
Yep.
You're not being yourself. So if someone see me out in public, like, oh, Will, I thought you only like BBWs. No. I have a preference of BBWs, such as I, for one, am from the get-go. I'm a man. As men, we all know our standards change. We don't always have to be with a skinny chick. We don't always have to be with a big chick. But it's what we with right now. That's just who we are. As long as you're not fake about it.
Wolfsbane said, I knew Nick was a degen from the moment I saw Drex on for the first time. Y'all were shooting this shit consistently. That's true friendship right there. Honestly, dude, I think this is a good one to wrap it, because honestly, like, that's what it is. Like, real friendship is being able to talk like Johnny, Will, and Drex have been talking. This is what I want everybody to have. Like, this is what I remember growing up. These are my like real friends and how we talk, right? I had a friend who was into BBWs, by the way.
Goats. Well, all internet rumors are true. Nick is a sex degenerate weirdo. That, yes, it is true. All internet rumors are true all the time. Of course they are. Because again, the point of that is you literally cannot fight an internet rumor. It's impossible. The people who will believe it, there's nothing you can say to convince them otherwise. That was the interesting thing about Elissa in the chat today. And this is not a slight on Elissa at all. But Elissa said something like, I guess that's just how I see you now. And I said, I'm really sorry about that. I said, but there's nothing I can do to change that perspective. And there isn't. There isn't anything you can do or say. The only thing you can do is be who you are. And then if someone sits around long enough, they can go, okay, maybe I made a misjudgment about this person. Or they won't. There's nothing you can do to force that. It'll either happen or it won't happen. And I'm not here to try and fix other people's opinions, because it's a waste of effort. And that's fine. Spectre says, something I learned with my thread is that if you argue with it, they say, you know, it's all true, and that's why you're arguing with them. If you don't, then it's because it's true and you won't say anything. I decided it was pointless playing in one scenario. Yeah, and I haven't brought up the farms in 2.5 months, I think. I'm not here to call out posters on the farms or whatever. I still like most of those people. Even if they think shit about me, it's fine. Like, I get how it works. I get how gossip works. I get how the internet works. And I also know that, again, nothing I can say is going to change their minds. But it's fine. You just go on. So one thing I will do forever is defend the right for the farms to exist and have their opinion. And that will never change, no matter what. You heard a rumor that Nick has a secret Jack Murphy sex cult. You know it's a rumor because you started it. Well, sometimes you throw darts and hit a bullseye, buddy. Could you imagine like living in the 70s and starting an actual sex cult? Holy fuck. They got to have all of the crazy fun. And no one knew about them. There was no one to even call them out. Like, yeah, I'll buy a compound in Africa. We'll just move everybody out there. It's like, wait, what the fuck? That's weird. Like, no, it's like 900 people. 900 people is a lot of people to fuck. Well, I got a lot of fucking to do. The internet would have shut that shit down way earlier.
Either you die early enough to be a hero, you live long enough to become the lol cow. Tell Nick to pull up out of his nosedive, please. If Nick came to me and never asked me for, counsel, I give it to him, but I think he's doing okay. I think, however, he's, whatever his ultimate plan is and his strategy is, certainly something I don't know, but I think he's doing okay. I don't think he's fully, he's not turning into Ralph. He's not turning into a lol cow. I think, in a couple of months, everybody will be able to look back at this and laugh. So just, I wouldn't be too worried about it for now. It's kind of like Bane. It's like, now is not the time for fear. That comes later. I just don't think this is the time to panic. Even though Woody might say this is the perfect time to panic. Winter Soldier says Nick is one drink away from being the next DSP. Oh my God, no, he's not. No, he's not. You want to sound like a woman who's losing her mind? That's right there. He's fine, guys. Okay, let's see. We're gonna skip on from that now. I've said my piece.
I fucking hate the jury analysis meta that has existed around these trials. I like DUI guy. I like James from court. I care way less about their jury observations and more about the rumblings of the gallery. I care way more about what's going on in the courtroom and what they're perceiving from the attorneys from the gallery's perspective than their impressions of the jury. Their impressions of the jury are worth less to me than shit.
Well, I will tell you this. As someone, I went to the death trial.
Yeah, I know. I hated your jury analysis too.
That's okay. I wasn't able to provide really much of any jury analysis because my eyes are so bad. I could barely see like their faces from how far away we were.
Pointless, Joe.
But I will tell you this. There's like the only time that you can get anything from it is if there's like one juror there who's doing something similar to like what like juror number 1 was, which is like basically as Amber was testifying, like he was practically like making motions, like, you know, like he was like literally like mocking her and like making faces while she was talking. So like that you sort of can get something from. And the other thing I'll say is everyone who went and analyzed, everyone felt that there was one juror there who remained on the jury, didn't get thrown off by the end, who was the most pro Amber out of all. Like we all individually identified the same person as being least impressed by the Depp team's case.
The best part of that is you were probably all fucking wrong about which one it was.
It's very possible. We'll never know.
God, I hate it. That somebody
You're right. I can't deny that.
That somebody 7 says, "Stop lying, Nick. You cared about jury analysis during the Depp. That's why you brought them. On." No. I said over and over that I didn't care. I brought it on because the audience was demanding it, and I run a show ultimately that is based on the audience buying in, the audience participation. If the audience wants to see jury analysis, look, if you guys are so fucking retarded that you guys want someone to tell you what the jury is doing, you need someone else's biased perspective. And believe me, the jury leaned in during the financial testimony. Tell me what that means without bias. Because with bias towards the defense, it means, oh, the jury is listening for all the points in which Alex Murdaugh is not guilty. If they're biased towards the prosecution, it means, oh, the jury is leaning in to find all the places he fucked these people over. It means literally nothing. You can discern nothing from it. And by the way, the body language panel, fuck those guys. I love them. They're great. They're all super smart, and they will all agree with me that their analysis is absolutely worthless because they know nothing about the jury personally, and they can only make general descriptions about what is going on. You guys are being fucking hoodwinked, suckered, and grifted over and over and over by jury analysis by people who aren't in the case. The only jury analysts that matters, the only ones, are the ones employed by the state and by the defense to research the Facebook profiles, the Twitter profiles, the Instagram messages of all of these people who have made the decisions to put these people on the jury, and then have an analysis based on the psychological profiles that they have built, if they have done it. And maybe they have, maybe they haven't. You won't ever know because you're not privy to that information. Everybody else going in and doing jury analysis is bringing all of their bias in. It's why I fucking hate it. I hate it. Look, if I went down to court and did a jury analysis of Alec Murdaugh, all I'd say is all these jurors are biased against the state. You know why? Because I'm biased against the state. And I would read literally goddamn everything into that. The problem with jury analysis is I don't know what the speaker's biases are, and neither do you. It's a grift. It's a work. It's all of the things just to keep you watching. Why do you think I bring them on? I don't bring them on for witty analysis or smart educated expertise. There's no objective standard for a jury analysis. I bring them on because you goddamn ask me to, because no matter how many times I tell you retarded people that it's absolutely fucking worthless, you're like, well, bring on James from court. Bring on DUI guy. They're in the courtroom. They know. They don't know goddamn anything. I love them. I think they're wonderful. I want DUI guys' legal analysis all day long. I never want to hear him talk about a jury in my fucking life unless
Nick, you need to give me the
his
keys. You're done.
jury. No, goddamn it, Sean. This is honesty hour. If DUI guy is in his own court, if he has picked his own jury, if he's done his own research, I want to know about it. If he saunters into court 3 weeks in, Sean, he's 3 weeks in. If he walks in, I'm going to give you jury analysis. Fuck off, DUI guy. I love you, but you have nothing of value to add about the goddamn jury. I care about your opinion on the case. That's why I bring him on. And because you assholes ask me to. Stop being grifted and duped by these fucking people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All of us are just giving our biased perspectives on literally everything. I am obviously pro-defense. I was a defense attorney. I will always be a defense attorney. The state can fist itself until it reaches its tonsils for all I care. Fuck the state. Prove to me they're guilty. You know what you're getting when a jury analyst James from court. I love the guy. He's smart. He's insightful. He's like a 23-year-old journalism major. What is this guy telling you about a jury ever? He didn't pick them. He has no qualifications in law. He's just a guy who went into a courtroom, and you're out here like, oh, get James from court on. We want his jury analysis. Why do you want his jury analysis? I want his opinions from a journalistic perspective about what's going on in the courtroom, what's outside the courtroom, what people are talking about, what's the buzz. I want him interviewing people who are in the gallery. That's what James should be doing. The fact that he's doing jury analysis means, one, he's shortchanging his own abilities, and two, he's giving into the fucking grift that, for whatever reason, all the people who watch me and Emily D. Baker and Law and Crime are like, oh, God, I really want to find out. No, you don't. It's
giving
worthless.
into the grift?
You're
saying he's giving into the grift?
Yes.
Hold on a second. But
you know I'm giving into the grift. I hate this trial. I hate everything about this. 3 weeks. I've wasted 3 fucking weeks of my life, Kurt. I'm sitting here and I'm going, why in goddamn hell am I watching this? You know what I could be doing, Kurt? You know what I could be doing? I could be sleeping. I could be eating. I could be cooking. I could be going out and doing chores. I could be spending time with my kids. I could be spending time with my wife. I'd be going to the cities and getting goddamn happy ending massages. I don't know. Literally anything other than watching this trial. Why am I watching this trial?
Grift.
It's a fucking grift. Of course it is.
But wait a second.
You're chastising them for the grift. That's the part I don't understand.
But isn't all like most people? I'd say that's true. But
James is giving into the grift. He knows.
DUI guy is really good at reading a jury. Wouldn't you recognize?
No, I disagree with you, Joe. He's good at reading his own jury. How can he possibly be good? 3 weeks in, he wasn't at voir dire.
No,
he doesn't know the defense trial strategy. How can you read a jury if you don't even know the goddamn strategy of either side?
But
You're guessing.
He's picked juries before. He understands
in
jury.
his cases, with his strategy, with his perspective in line. DUI guy says, okay, here's what I got. I got a guy who blew a .09 when .08 is the legal limit. All he had to do was defer he had 2 shots or 3 shots. I don't know. Maybe he's 130 pounds. He had 3 shots of whiskey at the bar. He's almost home. All he had to do was take a blood test instead of the breathalyzer. He would have blood tested in 2 hours, a .07. They wouldn't have had a perspective thing. He was swerving within the line, some bullshit excuse. DUI guy knows exactly what his angle of attack is here. You tell me that DUI guy or James of Court knows either party's exact theory of this case. You know how I know it's a fucking lie? None of us, no one on this panel who are all lawyers can articulate either side's actual theory of the case. We can guess at it. We can take stabs at it. We can get close. None of us are on the team. None of us know what we're going to go up against. None of us have seen the discovery or the witness list or have depositions or interviews. Not a goddamn one of us. DUI guy walks into there 3 weeks into court, and we're supposed to expect that his jury analysis has some merit because in his own trials, he picks juries in his own trials.
It's also that he was at the Depp trial. He has experience in reading
Depp
a jury.
trial is completely different from this, Joe. Don't fuck with me. Don't you even dare. Don't
yes,
you
Depp
fucking
is
dare.
100% different than this.
Joe, come on. You know the difference between high-profile social media and mass media civil litigation versus a goddamn criminal defendant who is deeply entrenched in South Carolina law. These are way different areas. It's not even fucking close. And every goddamn law tuber out there who's like, oh, I have special insight. I was XYZ. Fuck off. None of you know goddamn shit. We're all walking into this fucking blind. People are like, oh, didn't you read the articles? Didn't you watch the podcast? Didn't you watch the documentary on HBO? No. You know why? All of that shit is goddamn worthless. Put it in front of the fucking court and then talk to me. None of us know anything. And Jesus Christ, if we're pretending that we know the strategy, if you can't cite to a fucking attorney on the case on either side, you're literally lying. And I'm so goddamn sick of this thing that we do. I'm fucking sick of it. The illusion that, oh, yes, we're lawyers, we know. Guys, we're with all of you. We're with you in the chat. We're with every single one of you. We walk into these cases blind. Oh, yeah. Oh, I watched a documentary. Who fucking cares? Is it in evidence? Look at all the shit that's been coming out of the documentaries. Nothing has been presented in evidence. Not a goddamn thing. His divorce? Oh, he's going to get divorced. His wife is going to divorce him. They didn't even say in opening statements that his wife was in a divorce conversation with the family law attorney. Why? Because it's likely not even admissible. Much less if it's admissible, they don't know if they're going to admit it because what will they actually get out of it? I'm so fucking sick of this charade. I'm goddamn tired of it, Joe. I'm tired of it.
I don't know. I think that.
But you're profiting.
Ceasefire
every day. That's the thing. I mean, I don't begrudge you profiting off of it. I just sort of don't understand why you're so mad at that, and then you are acknowledging that you're doing it for the grifting. It seems inconsistent.
Of course, I'm doing it for the grifting.
He admits it. That's the difference. The difference is he admits it. His point. This is what
he's so sick of it. That's why he keeps doing it.
No, okay. Let me.
Maybe I'm missing it.
You are.
Okay,
The reason what you're missing here is this. It's that what he's basically saying is everyone here knows where I, Nick Rekieta, come from. That I'm doing this whole trial for the grift. I hate this trial. I'm going to provide whatever insight I can. I'm not enjoying this. This is painful, but it's basically how I'm earning my livelihood and taking care of my family. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm providing whatever.
No, Joe, no.
See, maybe you didn't get either then, I guess.
I'm watching the show. I'm watching the trial with the people because it's interesting.
Come on. You just screamed that for 3 weeks. Nick, you were just screaming that the last 3 weeks have been the most boring period of your life. So,
Joe, this trial should be interesting. It's a double murder trial involving an entrenched South Carolina attorney. It should be interesing. The state hasn't made the case. The state hasn't made the case. Neither has the defense. None of them have brought the narrative. I'm just saying the jury analysis is a waste of time from people who aren't involved in the case.
Right. You're saying that it's purporting to lend insight, but giving us nothing. Is that fair to say? That it comes across as if it's trying to give us some perspective when really it's just people who are just stabbing in the dark and have no idea. And we'll never know if they're right or wrong.
Yes. They're stabbing in the dark, but people put undue value on this stuff, and it drives me nuts. I hate it.
Well, I don't know. I feel as if I have more perspective after.
No, I feel bad for mentioning it.
Why? That was gold. Are you kidding me? That was we're 3 weeks into this trial. That's the first clippable moment.
That's what I get for checking the gas level with a lit match.
Oh my god.
That was Unabomber level worthy, Nick. That was great.
I just don't like it because it's this weird thing where people are going to go analyze the jury, but they're not their analysis. I hate it. I've said it since depth. I said it in depth, by the way. I don't like the jury analysis. The chat wants it. I bring them on. I don't like it. I would much rather DUI guy and James from court do what they're trained to do. I would much rather get DUI guy's legal analysis on the subject. And I'd much rather get James from court's gallery opinion on the subject. What's the buzz? What's the in and out of court? James from court is wasted as a journalism student on doing jury analysis. He's far better interviewing the people in the gallery. He's far better interviewing the people who are outside the courtroom. The buzz around South Carolina about this. That's what I want to know.
You know what James from court should do? He should do a Project Veritas and ask forensic scientist Megan Fletcher out for a drink.
That's my opinion. I do not like the jury analysis thing. I think it's a waste of time. And I think there's so many, like, I'm not shitting on them being in the courtroom. I think there's a bunch to gather from being in the courtroom. I just want their actual expertise, not this pretend thing that developed during DEP. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now.
Well, I guess I'll agree with you that I don't really find much value in the body language people. I don't find any value in it. So I'll agree with you that much.
What is the point? The body language people
admit they need baselines.
They admit it. They admit their analysis is worthless outside of knowing the people. Because of course it is. We've been saying the entire time when Alec Murdaugh is crying in court, he's sitting there crying. They say, oh, well, we don't know what that crying means. We don't know if he's crying over his family. We don't know if he's crying because he got caught. We don't know if he's crying because of financial crimes. We have no idea. You can only infer something, and the state will always infer it negatively. That's what we know about your reaction in court. And if he had no reaction, it'd be the same way. Oh, he didn't cry when his wife and kid and their brains on the floor were being brought up. It's crazy. So what are we gaining from body language analysis? Now, I haven't seen any in this trial, but what would we gain from that without the person knowing Alec Murdaugh, without them doing a behavioral analysis before he's charged with this stuff and saying, okay, before he acted this way, or looking at interviews from before, what do we gain from that? We gain nothing. And I'm sick of it.
It worked for Runkle.
It worked for Runkle?
I'm saying he went to the debt trial and he took his channel from 40,000 subs to 250,000 subs by going to the trial.
Great. It's beautiful for them.
It worked for Larry, the DUI guy. He ended up going 250,000 because of it. People feel as if they're, you know what it is? This is what it is.
Trying to tell people that
I'll tell you why you're spitting at windmills here. Okay. It's because people who care feel emotionally invested in something. They want to have the facade of feeling like they have more information than they can access on their own. So they feel as if these people are providing that perspective that they cannot otherwise get, even though you are ultimately correct that it's all just blind stabs in the dark when no one actually knows what the hell they're talking about. But since they're able to sell that as if they have, because they have a unique perspective of what the jury is looking at and thinking, so it gives this image, this facade that, oh wow, now we have a feel for the jury, even though you are ultimately correct that it's a mirage. You can't, unless someone there is a mind reader, there's no way for them to know what the hell any of the jurors are actually thinking. You're correct. You're right.
That's what I said, but louder.
Right, but that's why. But that I was explaining to you why people actually still crave it. It's because people crave that facade of feeling as if they have more perspective, even if it's empty perspective. That's just my thought on it.
Someone said, why do you always argue with retards in the chat? Well, I don't always do it. Most of them I let go. There was a guy, though, calling me out today for something, whatever. And he's like, this'll be your downfall. And I was like, thank God, right? My response was, thank God, my downfall is on the way. Jesus, that'll be great. And then he's like, why would you thank God? You're losing my donation. You're losing my donation. You should thank Satan. And I'm like, dude, what do you want? You bought into lies. You bought into bullshit. You bought into a false narrative. You bought into fucking insanity. What, you want me to fix you? What do I? And then he's like, well, maybe. And I'm like, it's not worth addressing, man. You've made up your mind. It's done. He's like, well, you obviously care because you're responding. This is a fallacy of the internet. You care because you responded. No, I responded because your comment was interesting and I could address it. It's not that I care about your issue. It's that I thought there was value in your comment. But either way, okay. So I care. It's like, you obviously care. So maybe you should fix it. It's like, well, how do I fix it? How do I fix you? You think, and this is how it goes. Okay. I've had this conversation 1,000 times in the past 3 months. The past 3 months, I've had this conversation 1,000 times. You betrayed everything you believe in. No, I didn't. You're a traditional conservative. No, I'm not. I'm a libertarian. You're a sexual degenerate. Yes. I've been a sexual degenerate for 5 years that I've been on YouTube. I've been a libertarian for 5 years. I've been on YouTube. I tell jokes for 5 fucking years that I've been on YouTube. I get drunk for 5 years that I've been on YouTube. All of these things have happened for 5 years. All of a sudden, something happened for you that changed your perception of me, which is fine. But like, that's what happened for you. Not something I like did. Something I did triggered you. And I've got a laundry list of things, I'm sure, what it is. But it's like, all of these things have been true. I'm still me. I'm still doing roughly the same show that I have been for at least the past 1.5 to 2 years. It's a mixture of jokes, politics, degeneracy, whatever. It's the same thing. You probably just don't want to watch anymore because it's been 5 years. And let's be honest, I don't watch most things for 5 years. I'm shocked and grateful for everybody who keeps watching the show. Believe me, I'm continuously baffled. I've been baffled from day one. I'm continuously baffled by those people. No shade or anything. I'm like, holy damn, that's crazy. People have been watching for 5 years. But some people are going to get tired of the show, or they're going to like how the show was X whatever time ago or whatever. And then when something happens that I've done that has pissed people off sufficiently, it will then trigger a response where they go, he betrayed me. But the reality is I didn't betray you because I didn't owe you anything in the first place. If I didn't owe you anything, I couldn't have failed on paying the thing I owed you. But two, you created a thing in your head about me, which is fine. You can't know me. Like I try to give you guys everything. I really do. But there's not enough time to give you 41 years of who I am. I can only attempt, right? So I try to be open, honest, clear, whatever, but not everything's going to come up in 41 years. Not everything can be laid out. But I try. Most people who meet me say, you're the same person in private as you are in public. It's like, yeah, I don't really act on a live stream. There's no, I do it too much to act, and I'm a bad actor. I'm much more likely to just be normal. I try to be open and transparent, but I can't be perfectly open and transparent about everything because there's so much life behind me. But then someone finds out something and they go, oh my God, he's not what I thought. And then they get really mad about it. It's like, okay. Like I get it. I'm not here to save you. I don't want to, like, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here to be me. I'm here to be happy. I'm here to tell jokes. But I'm here to tell jokes. I'm here to be jovial. I'm here to have a good time and laugh and smile. That's what I've always done. And some people got really mad when that, for some reason, conflicted with something they had built up in their minds. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to fix you. There is no fix. Like, if you're mad at me, you will be mad at me. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm fine with you being angry because I can't change your mind. I can talk to you all day. Like, if you ask me anything, I'll tell you the fucking answer. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing crazy. Now, some people took some jokes that I have said and they've created a narrative about that. Like, they have turned those, like, they misunderstood jokes. This happens all the time on the internet. There's autism out there. People who don't understand jokes or sarcasm or satire or whatever. And they're like, oh, he must be serious. Like, no, not really. But some people took some jokes that I said and they took them very literally. I can't change that. I'm not here to do that. It's okay. It's okay. But, you know, like this weird thing where this one guy's like, you got to change things. It's like, why do I have to change things for you? Like, I'm not sure what that thing is. I'm not sure why you are the one thing I have to change things for. But people think they don't. And this sounds really weird and snobby. It's not meant to be. But I have to change my thinking to thinking in scale. Because I have 477,000 YouTube subscribers. I have 119,000 plus Rumble subscribers. I have 50 something thousand locals followers. And then I have well over 5,000 locals contributors. So how do I take the one person who's mad and cater to that person? And that sounds horrible. But guess what? If one person doesn't like a Hershey bar, Hershey's doesn't go, holy shit, we got to change the formula. They go buy a Nestle bar, right? Like, when you get to scale, that's what you have to do. And it's so weird because I'll say it again. I was having a very nice conversation with a fan who has been a fan for a very long time. I've met this person in person multiple times. I've spent significant amounts of in-person time with them. They are a female, very dangerous. Don't do it. Don't talk to them. Oh my gosh, women are the devil, or whatever. I've spent significant amounts of time in person with them. And they were talking to me and they're like, I'm really concerned about you. I'm like, why are you concerned? And they said, you seem to be spiraling. I'm like, I'm not spiraling. Everything is good. My life is fine. I'm fine. All things are okay. And they're like, well, what about this and this and this? I said, those things are not true. I get where they're coming from. People have crafted a narrative based on some things I've said or some jokes, and they've drawn conclusions from them. Those aren't accurate. But okay. Like, I get where you're saying. I appreciate your concern, but they're not true. And they're like, well, I just don't know. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. If it's not true, I can't address it. All right. Like, because there's reality and then there's the fiction that some people create in their heads. And I can't fight the fiction because you can never fight the internet. I don't know if you guys know this. The internet is not a place for you to fight. It doesn't work. There's nothing you can do to the internet to say, I'm going to fight you and change your mind. You can fight the internet for fun, but you can't fight the internet to change its mind. And I was like, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I guess I made these choices. I said these things. I reacted this way, and people got mad about it or disappointed because they're definitely not mad. They're just totally disappointed. Okay. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, people reacted in this way. I can't change their reaction. I cannot sit each one of them down in a booth at a restaurant and talk to them for 10 hours and change their mind. Cool. So the answer for them is to either, like, they can hate watch, I guess, or they can move on. I can't fix that. That's not a thing I can do. And the person's like, well, but you just seem like you're in a really bad place. I'm like, I'm not. Actually, things are really good. My show's doing great. I'm doing great. My family's doing great. Like, well, I don't believe you. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If everything's actually good, and they're like, but people are saying this. I'm like, but those people don't know. They're not working with a full set of information. I'm sorry. And then they said, this was the crazy part to me. This is my favorite part, but it was crazy. They said, your interactions with locals are weird. And I'm like, okay, well, locals is where I interact with my community in a way that, of course, it's weird. Locals is new. There has not been a locals before, right? Like, so before, they're like, well, so-and-so doesn't act with their audience this way. And I'm like, well, I haven't done my show or anything the way other people have done their stuff ever. Like, Tim Pool doesn't read all the super chats. I do, right? You are here with Elijah and Sydney, 2 people. They didn't read all the super chats either. I do. I've always interacted with the chat. I do Twitch streams to interact with the chat. I would do private talks in Discord to interact with supporters. I've always tried to interact with people. Locals has given me a way to do it. They're like, well, locals, I don't like the way you interact on locals. I'm like, okay, well, but you have to understand a couple things. One, my interactions on locals are consensual amongst adults. So that's one thing. 2, no one is trying to fuck anybody, because this is their concern. This is a weird concern that if you're like, Nick talks to people on locals, he must be trying to have sex with them at all times. I don't know how broken people are that when you talk to people that you're trying to have sex with them automatically. But for me, I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, when I talk to people, I'm not actively trying to dick them down. That's not my normal MO. So I'm like, okay, so here's the deal. Yes, I'm interacting with people on locals. It's consensual. We're all laughing. We're having a good time. 2, no one is trying to fuck anybody. This is just people talking and joking and having fun. It's okay. It's fine. Right? So that's the thing. And they say, well, here was their response to those, or to that. You're in parasocial relationships, and those are really, really dangerous. And so I responded back. I said, okay, I'll accept that I'm in parasocial relationships. But here's the question. Do I value those parasocial relationships or the one I have with you? And that person said, I'm realizing in real time that I'm in a parasocial relationship with you, and I'm going to quietly walk away. Have a nice day. And I said, peace. I really valued your friendship. You're really nice. Peace to you. But they realized what was happening. They were complaining about a different type of parasocial relationship that they're like, I don't like that one. I like mine. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is a person that I've met and spent significant time with at like conventions and stuff in person. They're super nice. Never had any weird like issues with them. Always friendly. It's great. But they didn't like that I talked to some other people for whatever reason. And the crazy thing is, the reason that they didn't like was a fiction. It was a fiction that was created in their minds. And you can't fix the fiction. You can't change people's ideas about what's going on. There's nothing you can say to tell them. Because I tried, believe me. There was tons of conversation before that. And I'm like, they're like, what about this? And I'm like, that's not true. Well, how do I know? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can just tell you the thing. Like, I can just tell you, and you can either believe me or not, but I can't prove to you anything. It's so fucking weird. So this all goes back to the person saying, why do you respond to the retards in chat? I respond to what I find interesting and see. That second part is really important because people are like, Nick didn't respond to me. A lot of times I don't see 80 to 90% of the chat. I don't. In any chat, YouTube, Rumble, Locals. I'm watching 3 chats, and especially when I have a guest, I'm usually paying attention to my guest more than any chat. And so today there was a guy who's like, you're losing my donation. And I'm like, well, I mean, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but one, why? Like, if you're here watching the show, if you like the show and you're the type of person who will contribute to the show, why am I losing you? Like, what thing lost it for you? And usually when I find out what it is, it's almost always silly. It's almost always something crazy. And I could dispel it in 2 seconds, but the problem is people don't believe me. And I don't know what to tell them. They're like, because it's one of a couple things. It's like, you're a swinger. No, I'm not. I'm not a swinger. Sorry. My wife and I have stated over and over, we're exclusive, monogamous, and it's great. I leaned into the joke for a while, and that didn't work. Like, you're supposed to laugh along with the internet. And I tried laughing with the internet, and they didn't like that I laughed with them. They said I was mad instead. So I was like, so then we came out and officially said, no, like we're just normal people who like each other very much. We're exclusive. It's cool. Like we're just people. We're just whatever. And so that was one thing. And they're like, well, you're a sexual degenerate. It's like, well, yeah, I know. I don't know how you didn't pick up on this over the past 5 years. I'm just a hilarious guy who doesn't care. Okay, like, I'm old and I don't have time for pretenses. Like, it's silly. Like, we like each other. It's good. We've been married for a while, and we're at this cool point where our kids are old enough to like go do some crazy shit. And then they're like, you went to a bar or a club or a place. It's like, well, yeah, we went to places as a married couple. And then after that, we were still married. And we still liked each other. Those things all happened. So the long and short of all this, I think this all goes back to the one guy like pissed off about something. I still don't know what made the guy mad. Ultimately, my response was, he was like, let me come on the stream let me come on the stream and talk to you about it. You're not going to come on the stream and talk to me about what you're fucking mad about. Like, that's a weird thing. No. But I was like, email me. Just email me. I'll talk to anybody about this stuff. What do you think is going on? This is the thing that blows my mind. What do you think is happening out there? Like, what thing do you think is going on that I'm not going to talk about? I've been completely open for 5 years, but I'm not going to bring you on a stream to like talk about stuff, because what are you going to talk about? But I'll talk to you. And so I'm really curious. I'm going to be interestedly awaiting their email and see like what do you want? Because my question is how, because they're like, you're going to lose my sub. And it's like, okay, like, I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to say? Just tell me what you want me to say, and I'll say it. Like, I'll say it to you. What do you want from me? I don't know. Like, what do you, they're like, you need to change. What do I need to change?
I'll tell you this one time. You husk of a human. It is a violation of Locals TOS to engage in harassment of another user. You're on the thinnest ice possible. You have been absolutely disgusting over the past week, literally subhuman. You have no rope left. I'm done addressing you. You've burned any credit with me you ever had, and this is likely the last text from me that will ever be directed at you.